All right, so we just finished pointing. You pointed at each one. I helped you to write it. Identify what each thing was. All right, to make sure you were familiar with it. You also manipulated them all. They're on the table, came out the bag. All right, and some that were similar. So you were familiar with what we're considering, whether or not it's gonna be buoyant or not, after we already looked at a brief video on buoyancy. And you made your prediction, or what's on the paper, the word?
Guess.
We guessed about each one. So you said, recap what you said. You said you think that the penny will
Sink.
sink. You think the crown will.
Float.
You think the rock will.
Float.
You think the Lego will.
Sink.
You think the marble rather, will.
Sink.
All right, good. So you made those predictions on buoyancy. Let's look back one more time before we actually we test it out. All right. Oops. Video timed out. Let's look at.
Test.
All right. Go back. I'm not gonna go over the density yet, because I'm going to give you answers, so let's go right back to the buoyancy.
Buoyancy is the force that enables objects to float on water, air, or on some fluids.
Alright, it's the force that enables objects to float on water, air, or on some fluids, or in some fluids. And the fluid we're using here is water. Alright, because different fluids can affect whether or not something's considered more
It
buoyant.
is the upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of an immersed or submerged object. In simpler terms, buoyancy is what allows things to stay afloat instead of sinking.
Alright, buoyancy is what allows things to stay afloat instead of sinking, okay? So that was a quick recap. Now let's test out. We made some predictions. Let's test out. Alright, so it's sort of like a checklist. Alright, I'll note it and you'll note it as well. Okay?
I
We
could
have
have been
two.
there.
We have two. We'll test out. One I'm going to do with you. And tomorrow you'll do this one on your own. Okay?
Okay.
And this is the one that we've already referenced these. There's some more objects that you also have that we looked at, but you'll test those out on your own. Okay? And make predictions with that. Just to reinforce that. Alright? And then I'll prompt you for some questions and stuff as well. Alright, so quickly. Now, let's test it out. Let's try not to make a mess. I'll leave
Go
this
do
over
the
here.
Lego first.
Okay. You want to do which one? Let's do what's on the paper. You want to do the Lego first? You can.
Okay.
All right. So you made the prediction that the Lego will.
Sink.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, floats.
It's floating. All right. Go ahead.
Penny.
Put your check right here. Put your pencil. Use your pencil. So you said it floated. All right. And we'll talk about why later. All right. Take that out. Oh, we can leave it in there.
I'll put a penny.
So you're doing the penny.
It sinks.
You think the penny? Oh, the penny did sink. All right, past tense sank. Okay, go ahead and check it off.
Oh,
Let's look carefully.
hey.
Sink. So let's erase this and put it over under the sink column. That's good. All right.
We gonna share both of them?
It's up to you, because you predicted first when we were talking about it in the other video. You said, or when we did the other one, you said that you thought one will sink and the other will float. They're both rocks, different sizes. So let's test them both.
So put both of them in there at the same time? Okay.
It's up to you.
Oh, they both sink.
Okay. Go ahead and check off, log your findings.
Sink.
Good.
I'm gonna try to crank it now.
Okay.
Sinks. So I thought it was gonna sink off it.
Let's look back at your prediction. You predicted it would float. That's okay. It's just a prediction. Science, you're testing things out. All right, let's do. Oh, I don't have the marble, so let's do that as similar.
I said it was sank. Okay.
Okay.
And it sank.
You made a good prediction there. Okay. All right, so only one of them floated. All right, and that was the Lego, and there's a reason why. There's a couple of reasons. It's more than just the density, but there's something
thought it was
about this
gonna
Lego. Everything else is solid. This is not. And that has something to do with it. And we'll look at that later. Look at that tomorrow. And then we'll also test these other objects.
We do it right now.
You want to do it right now? Okay. Well, wait to make a prediction on that. Let's go. We can do it.
Oh, what did? But sink. Sink. This one probably gonna float. Yeah.
Good job. I didn't think, you know what? I actually thought that one was going to sink. And I thought the other one, I thought the shark eraser was actually going to float. So my predictions would have been off. All right. So, why? I asked a few questions. The ones that you decided when you made your prediction, and here's your sheet so you can look back at it, that you said were going to sink. What made you think that they were going to sink?
I thought they was because they was little.